Hello, I'm Bernie Hayes. Today's guest is Dominique Newton. He's the assistant manager of the Julia Davis Branch Library, St. Louis Public Library System. Today on The Bernie Hayes Show. Welcome back. My guest is Dominique Newton, Assistant Manager of the Julia Davis Branch Library. Dominique, welcome.
Hey, welcome. Thanks for having me, Bernie.
It's a pleasure you being here. The Assistant Manager, what does the Assistant Manager do at Julia Davis Branch?
Just assist with the region, helping with all employees as well as customers, making sure that the branch as well as the region runs smoothly.
Mm-hmm. And where is the Julia Davis Branch Library located?
So we're located near the corner of Natural Bridge and Newstead, right next door to the Commerce Bank.
So it's in the heart of the African-American urban community.
Yes. Actually named after Julia Davis, who was a great educator, African-American educator.
Yeah. You know, usually when we go to the St. Louis Public Library, even St. Louis County libraries, if you want to find some African-American history, they have a section for African-American history and women's history and Asian history and so forth. But the Julia Davis Branch is all inclusive. I mean, you want some African-American history, you go to the Julia Davis Branch Library, and there it is because of who she was and the story. Is that correct?
Yes. So many of the books were picked out by her or her friends. So we have a Julia Davis collection there.
Mm-hmm. She was a wonderful, wonderful lady here. She used to be a frequent guest on my program, my radio shows. Dominique, tell us about Dominique Newton.
So I'm Dominique Newton. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. Actually, raised in the Baden area, not too far from Julia Davis. And pretty much, what more do you want to know, Bernie?
Well, what high school did you go to? What college did you attend?
Okay, so I graduated from Gardner-Ritter College Preparatory High School. Okay. And I graduated college from Missouri Baptist University with a Bachelor of Science with Liberal Arts.
This is wonderful. So you are St. Louis and your roots are right here.
Yes.
This is where Gardner-Ritter is a wonderful, famous high school. Mm-hmm. And Missouri Baptist also. So you look like you came from good roots, man.
Yes.
How did you get into the library system?
So with the liberal arts degree, I pretty much had a wide variety of areas I could choose from. At a point in time, I actually studied in education at Harris-Stowe University. And so with the education background, I kind of gravitated towards the flexibility that the library offered.
Mm-hmm. I'm affiliated with Harris-Stowe State University now. Mm-hmm. I run the Jazz Institute there and also the National Black Radio Hall of Fame at Harris-Stowe State University. I've also been a media professor at Webster for 30 years.
All right.
So, we both have similar backgrounds.
Yes.
Tell us some of I met you at Tandy Center, and you were there with a display of books, and they were mostly children's books?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So I actually started off when I met you, I was a youth service provider,
right?
Which was one of the services that the library offers. So I'm quite familiar with children's books, and that's what I have today. Okay.
Well, tell us a little bit about some of the books that you brought.
All right.
This is Moonplay.
Mm-hmm. So this is Moonplay by Peter McCarthy, and this is a great book for any male that remember being a child. Is planes, trains, and automobiles are kind of like one of the things that take our interest and our imagination. And this book is just about a young boy. He sees a plane in the air, and his imagination kind of wanders. And it's a real cute book. At the end of the story, he goes on all these adventures. He ultimately has to go home and get tucked in by his mom.
Great. Trains, planes, and automobiles. If you'd see the train collection of our producer, Bob Demler, he probably would have very geared toward trains.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. What's the next book?
All right, so the next book is Music Class, which is just a cute book about a teacher starting a music class with a group of young kids. And it's kind of tell a story about trying new things and how everyone, when they try new things, is kind of hard at first. And in this book, it's hard for the teacher to bear it and the kids to really understand it. And it's just a cute book about music instruments, and it's great to read it with a child.
And I see the artwork is very diversified. That blacks, Asians, everybody, whites are on the cover. That's wonderful. What's the next book?
So this next book is by actually written by the actor Taye Diggs. Yeah. And another great thing about this book is it is a wonder book, which is also it's a physical book you can hold, but it also can read along with you. But more to the book is I Love You More, and it's about a father and a son. And a lot of parents can understand or relate to this book as you can't always be with your child, but you can explain to them, the many ways of how you love them.
Taye Diggs is a very, very famous actor, an African-American actor. And we have another one, too. I believe, don't we? Something about John Coltrane? Another book?
Yeah, so this is a great book. Before John was the jazz giant, it is about John Coltrane, and it's pretty much about his childhood. And it's a real fun book about, how he discovered jazz.
Yeah, John Coltrane was very on the cutting edge of jazz. In fact, he was one of the leaders and pioneers of what we call jazz today. He was with the Miles Davis and Susan Cannonball Adderley and so many other different people. John Coltrane made strides. And his wife, Alice Coltrane, was also. Is she mentioned in the book, do you know?
I do not think so. I do not think so.
Yeah, but John Coltrane. So this is like the history of John Coltrane himself.
Yes, as a child. So.
How did you select these books to bring to show to our viewers today?
So I did a little bit of research, which was pretty easy just on you. I knew you're into music, and myself, I like music as well as far as the moon. So I just kind of picked those books, and the library offers a diverse, range of books, as you mentioned, with books for different people and colors. So it was real easy to just pick something off the shelf.
Well, I'm flattered. Thank you very much. The Julia Davis Branch Library, what are the hours?
So the hours are from Monday through Thursday. We're open at 9 o'clock to 8 o'clock. And on Fridays and Saturdays, we're open from 9 o'clock till 5. Okay.
You also have computers for the public to use? Tell us about that program.
So yes, as far as the computers in the branch, we also have hotspots and laptops that you could rent out just like a book that you could take home and have internet and computer access at home.
Well, how about music? Do you rent music CDs and LPs or anything like that?
Yes, we have many music CDs, a wide variety of music from jazz to pop to blues or gospel.
Wonderful. Who curates? Who did most of this? I guess Julia Davis did quite a bit of it, did she not? Before she passed. But who collects the books now for the library?
So now it's a wide group of people, from the managers to the administrative people downtown.
So do they have a variety of children's books also? Would parents be willing to bring their children to Julia Davis Branch Library for some books?
Yes. We have a wide variety of books, from children books to board books, even books on parenting, along with adult books as well. CDs, movies, video games. The library has so much to offer.
And I certainly know that you have a lot of African American history, but you also have history in large. I mean, it's a regular library, although people, when they hear Julia Davis, they figure it's got to be mostly black, but that's not the case. And I do know that personally. Yeah. I just want to say thank you, Dominique, for coming here. We've got a lot more to talk about. But in the meantime, we're at the New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. 63114, in case you want to put that in your GPS. And Reverend Larry Rice getting ready to celebrate 50 years of helping those in need, the homeless and those downtrodden, those who need help. And we're here and we need your help and support. You can bring by maybe a case of water or some food, some clothing, some items for shaving and so forth, hygienic items. We appreciate it. We'll be back with Dominique Newton after this.
Will you help New Life Evangelistic Center get back into 1411 Locust Street? Your tax-deductible gifts are urgently needed at this particular time, and there's many different ways that we're working to get back in that facility. One of the ways is to continue to inform the community through the Bernie Hayes Show and other programs. And if you haven't supported the Bernie Hayes Show and the work of New Life Evangelistic Center, please do it now. It's urgently needed. Your gifts are deeply appreciated. So many homeless people are waiting to get back into 1411 Locust, and so many others need the direct help that New Life is trying to provide at this time, but it's facing some real financial needs, and that's why your gift is very, very important. And to express our thankfulness for all of you that are sharing your gifts, we want to send you this special Bernie Hayes cup. It's my wife's favorite drinking cup. She loves to drink out of this cup, and this is actually the only coffee cup she wants to use is the Bernie Hayes cup. There's something very special about this cup, and we'll send it to each one of you that share a gift of $25 or more with the New Life Evangelistic Center and ask for your Bernie Hayes cup. It's P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri, that's 63166. Your gift will not only help us get back into the 1411 Locust building, but will help our first responders that are on the streets, the first responders that we have out there day after day, night after night. It will help keep our women and children in our safe houses, continue to keep our training programs open, our worldwide mission work, whether it's in India, Haiti, Africa, so many different things the New Life Evangelistic Center is doing. In addition to NLEC TV, tell your family and friends about it. Put it on your phone. Put on your get that phone app on all your friends' phones so that they can all see the Bernie Hayes Show or go to 24.2. It's your prayers and gifts that make all of this possible. I thank God for those of you who continue to pray for the reopening of 1411 Locust and the work of New Life Evangelistic Center. There's so many obstacles we're facing as we try to help the homeless, but we're going to continue to give it to God. We're going to continue to pray. We're going to continue to work, but we need you to partner with us. So again, it's New Life Evangelistic Center, P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri, that's 63166. I thank God for each one of you that are praying, caring, and sharing.
Welcome back. I am Bernie Hayes. My guest is Dominique Newton of the St. Louis Public Library, the Julia Davis branch. He's the assistant manager there. And Dominique, once again, you brought some children's books back by, but also you have, tell us a little bit about the library itself and what the content of the library.
So the library, especially with Julia Davis, we're just a place that really wants to serve the community. So we have way more than just books and video games. We have food that we give out to people. So we're partnering with Operation Food Search. Julia Davis is actually the last branch, I believe, to still provide this service. So any child under the age of 18 could show up to Julia Davis and receive a snack. The times are usually between the hours of 3 and 4.
Wow. So that's just free grab-and-go meals, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Monday through Saturday, 3 to 4, Julia Davis Rice Line. Do you have to live in a neighborhood or just anyone who can come in? Or tell us about Operation Food Search.
Yep. So anyone under the age of 18, you don't have to have a library card. You don't have to live in the area. You don't even have to be low income. You could just want to have a snack and just pop into the library and get a snack and go about your day.
Is there an age limit to it? I know you have to be 18 to get it, but anyone my age would be considered too old to get a snack?
Oh, so nobody's really considered too old. We kind of go with the honor policy. So just let us know if you have, children or grandchildren, and let us know how many, and we'll be happy to hand you one to pass along.
Well, this is great. What's the next slide we have? This is called?
Yep, so this is 2-in-1. So the top half is 1,000 books before kindergarten. So if you have a child that's not in kindergarten yet, we just have a little activity that you could do. So as you read every day to your child, you could just tally it, and as you get to a certain amount, you could get a prize and receive a gift from the library. Was just usually is a free book.
So 1,000 books before kindergarten. How's the program? Is it successful?
Yes, it's pretty successful. So a lot of people, if you were, had a child born in any of the hospitals in the city of St. Louis, you might have received a gift bag that said "Born to Read" in it, which you could just bring in and receive a free book. And that'll start you along with being in 1,000 books before kindergarten. So a lot of new parents or, they have a child that's just 1 or 2 that come into the library, they're usually excited to hear about this program.
Okay, I think we have another slide we're going to show now. It's called Free Grab and Go. You've seen that one already. Free Grab and Go Meals, Operation Food Search. So here, free period supply kits. What's that about?
So period supply kits, we have free period supply kit for all women. They could come inside, and it's a kit that include regular pads, tampons, overnight pads, super tampons, everyday liners, and instruction and notes of encouragement. And this is totally free, and these are at all of the libraries in the city of St. Louis.
Well, this is something brand new. I mean, you don't expect a library to be handing out such hygienic items.
Yeah.
But, so the library today is not what it used to be years ago.
Yeah, no, it's not. We also offer telescopes, fishing poles. So it's a lot of things people don't really understand, that the library is pretty much a gold mine in everybody's neighborhood.
How much fun is it for you to work there?
It is real fun. Sometimes it don't really feel like I'm working at all, and I'm thankful for just working at the library. So it's a real fun place.
And did you do a lot of research into Julia Davis? How did you get assigned to Julia Davis Branch Library? Why not any other branch?
So I grew up in Baden area, and it's not too far from Julia Davis Library. So I always went to the Baden Branch Library, Walnut Park Library, and Julia Davis. And Julia Davis being the biggest one, it kind of just gravitated me towards it, seeing the little garden that they had inside of it, along with the staff and the computers and all that. It kind of just, as a kid, I kind of want to grow up and know that I want to work at Julia Davis.
I know some of the libraries, too, have problems parking, but Julia Davis provides quite a bit of parking. Is that right?
Yeah, we have a real big parking lot. You don't have to pay or anything like that. Has security cameras and all that good stuff. We also offer curbside. So if you don't want to come inside the library, you could just park we have 4 curbside services spots at Julia Davis, where you could just pull up, call, or text and let us know what you want or need, and we could bring it out right to your car.
Oh, that's amazing. I also know that you're ADA accessible for people with handicaps.
Yep.
People who are disabled, shall I say, not handicapped, but disabled. You have ramps and so forth for them?
Yep, we have a ramp for our front door entrance, along with automated doors that open with just a button.
Well, what can the public do to help you at the Julia Davis Branch Library or the library system in general?
One thing that I could say that everyone could do to help the library is to just go to the library, visit the library, check out an item. I promise you, you won't regret it, and you'll also be helping the library while helping yourself.
Do you take advantage of these wonderful treasures that you have there yourself?
Yes, I do.
Tell us about your daily activities at the library. What do you do?
As far as a customer or as a worker?
Both.
So I say as a customer, I'm usually looking for items for my children. If it's not a book, a movie, one of the take and make crafts that we have. For myself working there, I just love just helping people. It's kind of one of those jobs where every day I know that I help at least 5 people. If it's not from looking for a job to printing out a picture for, a graduation or something flyer. It's just, I don't see myself working anywhere being happier than at the library. So.
How about someone wanting to do research on certain projects? Do you have resource materials for them?
Yeah, we have tons of resources. So besides the books that we have inside the branches, in Central having the Stack, which is just a collection of real rare books or hard to find books, we have databases online, including EBSCOhost and Brain Fusion. It's a ton of things that we have online. So if you visit slpl.org and just check out our digital resources, you will see tons of things for free.
And one final, how can we reach you?
So you could reach me by either email, which is dnewton@slpl.org, or you could call the Julia Davis branch, which is phone number 314-383-3021.
Okay. What about for the hearing impaired? Do you provide services for those?
Yes, so we do provide services for the hearing impaired. I would just advise calling in advance. The St. Louis Public Library is a wide branch, so if not someone at Julia Davis, we have a wide range of people that know sign language and are able to conversate in sign language. And besides that, we have tons of audio book, and you might be able to find books in Braille at our Central Library.
Now, I was going to ask you if they had provided services for those in Braille also. That's wonderful. So the hearing impaired and the seeing impaired, sight, you have to provide services for them. That's a great thing to do. I wanted to know that we're talking to Dominique Newton of the St. Louis Public Library, the Julia Davis branch. He's the assistant manager there. And we're at the New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. And Reverend Larry Rice is constantly trying to reopen 1411 Locust Street. But we need your help and we need your support. New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Woodson Road, Overland, Missouri, 63114. Back with Dominique Newton after this.
New Life Evangelistic Center is celebrating 50 years of God's faithfulness. For many of those years, Bernie Hayes has been a direct part of the work of New Life Evangelistic Center. I thank God for Bernie, his faithfulness, and how he is such a legend when it comes to broadcasting throughout the greater St. Louis area. Will you join Bernie and myself as we celebrate the 50 years of God's faithfulness? I want to involve you in the planning committee, for we got a lot of great things in store in 2022. Why don't you call us at 314-421-3020 and be a part of that committee? Or go to www.newlifeevangelisticcenter.org. Will you celebrate the 50 years of God's faithfulness along with Bernie Hayes and myself and so many others throughout Mid-America? I know that the Lord has ministered to many of you through the work of New Life Evangelistic Center. We'd like to have you share your memories with us. So will you call us at 314-421-3020 or contact us at come by 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. Yes, we're celebrating God is faithful.
Today we're going to talk about Langston Hughes, who was born February the 1st, 1902 in Joplin, Missouri. His parents divorced when he was a very young child and he moved to Mexico. He was raised by his grandmother until he was 13 when he moved to Lincoln, Illinois to live with his mother and her husband before the family eventually settled in Cleveland, Ohio. It was Lincoln that Hughes began writing poetry. After graduating from high school, he spent a year in Mexico, followed by a year in Columbia University in New York City. And during this time, he held odd jobs such as an assistant cook, launderer, and busboy. He also traveled to Africa and to Europe, working as a seaman. And in 1924, he moved to Washington, D.C., and wrote his first book of poetry, The Weary Blues, published in 1926. He finished his college education at Lincoln University in Pennsylvania 3 years later. In 1930, his first novel, Not Without Laughter, was published and won the Harmon Gold Medal for Literature. Today's Black History Moment, provided by Langston Hughes.
Hear this, you who trample the needy and do away with the poor of the land. Let justice roll on like a river, righteousness like a never-failing stream. You trample on the poor and force him to give you grain. Therefore, though you have built stone mansions, you will not live in them. Though you have planted lush vineyards, you will not drink their wine. For I know how many are your offenses and how great your sins. You oppress the righteous and take bribes, and you deprive the poor of justice in the courts.
And welcome back. I'm Bernie Hayes, Dominique Newton from the St. Louis Public Library, Julia Davis branch. He's the assistant manager there. He's my guest today. And Bob Dimler wanted to know, how easy is it to get a library card, Dominique?
It is real easy, and it is free if you stay in the city of St. Louis or the reciprocal counties. If you wanted to go about getting a library card, all you have to do is bring in your ID or driver's license. If your address isn't current on the ID or driver's license, just bring in a piece of mail, first class mail with the current address on there. Bring both of those items in and you will get a library card that day.
Can the St. Louis City Library recipients also get research or provide services from the county library? Do you work together?
Yes. So we do work together. At the moment, you won't be able to check out items with the same card. So you won't be able to use a county card for the city or a city card for the county. But you could also check their library, and I don't think that they will disagree with you with registering for a library card.
Say if I want to do some research on a particular subject, could I call the library and find out if they have that research available?
Yep. So we'll be more than welcome to assist you over the phone. Just call in and ask away.
Okay, so once again, give us the phone number for the Julia Davis branch.
All right, the phone number is 383-330-21.
383-3021. And also, you have a new program service starting at the Julia Davis branch library. Tell us what that's about.
Yep, so coming soon in 2022, we're going to have the creative experience coming to the Julia Davis Library. So already currently we have the creative experience at the Central Library and the Bar Library, but coming soon it will be at the Julia Davis branch.
Explain what the creative experience is.
Yep, so creative experience is a great place. I'm real excited about it. We're going to have so much technology, which is the future, I feel, and 3D printing, we'll have laser cuttings, and this is just to name a few. We'll have a recording studio inside and much more to offer. You also be able to print out photos if you want it, much more. I'm pretty sure it's a lot that I'm going to miss, but look forward to seeing creative experience.
You can do recordings. That's amazing. Do you still have the libraries on wheel? Do you visit libraries, different schools in different neighborhoods still?
Yes, so we have an early childhood outreach team that goes to all of the daycares throughout the city, most of the daycares throughout the city, and our youth services team, they go to all of the schools throughout the city, and I believe we did have adult outreach where they go out to all of the senior living communities and provide books and services for them too.
Say if I lived in a senior citizen housing, could I call the public library and have them come to my facility?
Yes, I believe so. So if you call and arrange with the adult outreach, they'll be able to bring whatever it is that you need out to your living space. Dominique
Newton, it has really been such a pleasure. And I'm so glad to see someone, young man like you, taking care of your business, taking care of your family, and taking care of us through the St. Louis Public Library, Julia Davis branch. And we'll be visiting you there very soon. Once again, the phone number and the location.
All right, the phone number is 314-383-3021. And again, thank you for having me on, Bernie. And you have been a trailblazer for the community, not only in music, but for much more.
Well, you're very kind. Once again, what's the address of the Julia Davis branch library? The address.
Okay, the address is 4415 Natural Bridge.
That's at Newstead.
Natural Bridge in Newstead, right on the corner.
Thank you so much, Dominique. Pleasure having you here. You've got to come back and talk to us again and bring some more books for not only for children, but for the general public at large. And I want to say thank each and every one of you for supporting the Bernie Hayes Show and the New Life Evangelistic Center. Back again, and please, if you're not vaccinated, get vaccinated and stay safe. See you next time.